In this slide, we are going to clarify the concept of data hiding with a Java demo program. Basically, we are going to illustrate the concept of private, and in the next slide, we are going to clarify the concept of public. These are basically two different keywords which decides how a member inside a class can be accessed. And since they decide the access of a member of a class, two keywords are basically called an access modifier in Java. That is, by changing these keywords, or by using these keywords, you can decide how a data member or a method member inside a class can be accessed, whether you can access it from only inside this class, or you can access that member from inside and outside both, or there is any other type of restriction, something like that. So whenever you are using private like this, like the way I have used in here, this data member is just restricted to be accessed only from inside this class. That is, this var can only be accessed from inside this class, and that's the notion of private. Well, just for the sake of better understanding or sake of convenience, I have used the same class that I have used before. The class name is same as another class. There are two different members. The first one is a data member or named var of type int, and the second one is a method member, which is basically a demo function one, which is returning nothing and printing this string. So the same function as we have used before. The only difference is, before this int var, I have used this private keyword to restrict its access. Means the data is hidden inside this another class and cannot be accessed from outside. Now, how to prove that? In order to prove that, what you need to do, you have to create another class. Let's say this my first class, where I have defined the main function like this, and inside this main function I have created an object of another class named AC, like this. And if you can remember how the access mechanism of a variable or a method, you can remember that we have used a dot operator like this to access a member inside a class. So the object name followed by this dot operator followed by the member name. This way we have successfully accessed all the data members as well as the method members before. But in this slide, since we have used this private keyword before this int var, you will see that an error occurred like this. And most probably the error message will be something similar, that this var has private access in this class. So why? Because the answer lies in the definition of private. Private means this member var is basically private to this another class, and you cannot access it from outside. And now here the object is actually being created inside another class called my first class, that is outside this another class. So here, since this is an entirely different class, you cannot access it just like this, and you will end up in an error. Now, whenever you will change this private keyword to public, just like this in here, you will see that the error is gone from here and it will print everything just like before. So that's the notion of private and public. So whenever you made it private like this, its access is restricted only inside this class, and whenever you made it public like this, now you can access it from outside the class also.